I gave myself 50 days to learn how to draw every day until I could illustrate a comic book, and here's how it went. Here's little Immy. She grew up creative, trying painting, drawing, and making from a young age. My family were the type to store endless amounts of lollipop sticks, buttons, and more in the so-called making drawer. As I got older, my creative passion focused on media and photography, and drawing took a back seat, although I still enjoyed sketching anime characters in my lunch breaks, because I didn't have many friends. I think I really started to find my feet when I started volunteering at Comic-Cons. I met so many cool illustrators and storytellers, and at that moment I realised, this is what I want to do. And so the idea of writing a webcomic was born. I released my first short comic on Webtoon, and things were really going great. But then, I hit a wall. In 2020, reality hit. I lost a lot of confidence in my drawing ability, and in the future of becoming a comic creator. I needed to move back home and get a new job, and so the comic and my dream began gathering dust. This year, I've really tried reconnecting with little Immy and the things she and I enjoyed growing up, creating and telling stories. And this is all well and good, but I realised I'd really need to prioritise the comic and creativity if I wanted to take this path again. So I told myself if I don't release the comic this year, it's really time to move on and try something new. I need to make drawing a priority if I want to see significant improvement in my drawing ability and build confidence. So here's the plan. The biggest thing holding me back is that I never make time for drawing and I always find an excuse. So I'm going to set 20 minutes to an hour aside each day, and I'm going to be posting it online to hold myself accountable. And the key is to stay consistent, not because it's a chore, but because even on the days when I'm tired, unmotivated, or busy with work, taking time to draw is taking time for myself to do something that I enjoy. No more excuses and no more holding myself back. Day one, and I'm finally ready to get started on this daily drawing thing. I'm going to be drawing every day for as many days as it takes really, to really get consistent and feel confident to draw my comic. I don't know how many days I'm going to be doing it for, so I have come into this slightly without a plan. The main thing is I just want to kickstart things and just start drawing, draw every day, not have any more excuses basically. So I'm keeping it simple today, and I'm just going to draw something I'm comfortable with, which is just a simple character. Hope it goes well, and I'm excited to get started. I'm really happy with how it came out, which means that's the first day done, and it's the most important day, and I didn't find an excuse to delay it. It's day 2, and a lot of you actually left some tips on my first video. I'm really surprised with just how many of you are already engaging in my journey from day 1. And one follower on TikTok mentioned I should try the Loomis method, so that's what I'm working on today. So I found some tutorials online and got started. I had good fun drawing today and tried the Loomis method. I'm really glad one of you recommended it. It was more tricky than I expected, especially because you have these guidelines, but it doesn't necessarily give you all the information you need to know where to put things. So I'm looking forward to practicing that more with the position of the circle and the grid lines, and just watching a few more videos to get a better understanding of it. I'll definitely be using this more when I'm drawing faces in days to come. And I'm also interested what kind of other methods there are as well, so I'll be having a little browse and research about that too. See you tomorrow. 6 days in, and I didn't consider getting sick. Fortunately, it's not too bad today, and I still had energy to draw. And I'm really glad I showed up again. But I am feeling really rubbish, and I hope this clears up soon. I'm feeling a lot worse today. I don't feel like drawing, especially not making the video, which has turned out to be the longest part of all of this. I didn't realise quite how long it would take to make these videos every day. The content creation is definitely very draining, but I am really glad I can share this journey with everyone. So I've decided to make a simpler time lapse, just so things feel a bit easier and more approachable today, and I can make sure I get my drawing practice in. I'm finally feeling so much better today, and look what turned up in the mail. A couple of days ago, I ordered some books to help with my drawing practice, and today they've arrived. A few of you recommended the Morpho books because they really simplify anatomy, and because they're really affordable. Plus, because they're so small, I can take them in my bag and I can take them anywhere with me. I also saw a lot of recommendations for point character drawing by Taco Lesin. I hope I pronounced that right. I went in a bit blind with this one, but they have good reviews, and having a look at the book now, I can see just how helpful they're going to be for breaking down anatomy, especially into simplified shapes, which I think is going to be really useful. I'm feeling a lot more confident in my art today. These drawings came out really well, and I'm proud of my progress in only 10 days. So I've been in Amsterdam this weekend for a trip I booked for my boyfriend's birthday. We didn't want to sit in the hotel all weekend, so we found ourselves sitting in cafes, enjoying the sun, and getting creative. I found I really had to push myself out of my comfort zone because sketching in public is scary. It took a lot of discipline to make time during travelling and exploring to draw, but fortunately we had a couple of long train rides there and back. I felt really shy in the cafes and on the train, drawing and filming myself in public, but I found I really found my flow when I just got on with it and enjoyed the sun. So far, I feel I've been fairly varied in my practice, sometimes choosing random topics, sometimes taking recommendations from you guys online, and sometimes when I felt a bit stuck, I'd look through my art books. I found having a lot of variety in what I'm drawing more enjoyable, and also feel like I'm building a wider understanding of different techniques. But today, I decided to take my drawing from day 18, where I worked on poses from a reference, and link it with my drawing today. So today I'm taking that pose sketch and I'm colouring it. I'll be using a simple colour palette, and I hope it turns out okay, as I've not really experimented with colour yet. I'm about 3 weeks in, and I've hit burnout. The past week has been really tough. Things are ramping up at work, with a big event coming up, and lots of new responsibilities for me. I've had to be really gentle on myself on days where I can't set aside an entire hour to draw, and keep reminding myself that the most important thing is to show up for myself, even if it's only for 10 minutes today. I've definitely had to scale back on the videos to make space for drawing, and sometimes 10 minutes would become an hour or longer, just because I'd really enjoy drawing, and sometimes exactly what I needed to feel fulfilled after tough days at work. And on these days, I've managed to create some of my favourite drawings and drawing practices. Day 38 was about being unhappy with my work and posting it anyway. Sometimes I really don't like my drawings, but so far drawing each day has taught me to learn from my mistakes so I can make improvements next time. And this is just another reason that I never released the comic or much of my artwork. I was never happy with it and scared of it being bad or perceived badly, and I'm really grateful for what I'm learning and the confidence I'm building to just put my work out there. It's day 43. It's almost 8 p.m. and I haven't done my drawing yet. I'm very tired today. Yesterday I think I did my drawing at about 11:30 p.m. So yeah, getting very burnt out this week, but I'll get it done. Definitely have a habit of pushing it till late, losing sleep on some days. So I'll push it late and then I'll do it late and then I'll wake up late and then it'll go late again because I've got work and yeah. So, a big part of this is making the drawing a priority, so I really want to get back on track and start prioritising the drawing again. Stop sitting, scrolling on my phone until I'm tired. Plan for today, I'm going to have some food and hopefully have some energy and sit down and draw. It's day 48, so this is my setup right now in the hotel room because I'm on a work trip. I was gonna end this before today, but I wanted to get to day 50, so persevering, pushing through, and only 2-3 more days to go. Welcome to my makeshift recording studio. So the problem I have at the hotel is that it's very echoey, there's a lot of sounds, and it's not great for recording audio. So I've got my phone and my video all edited, and I'm gonna get some audio recordings under my duvet in the hotel. It's gonna make it sound a lot nicer and get rid of all the echoes and hallway noise. Yeah, it's quite nice. So I'm gonna record my audio now and get my video done for today. It's day 50. I'm really glad that I made it this far. Initially I didn't really set like a date or a time or an amount of days that I was going to finish. But I did have this work trip, the work trip I'm on now, and the idea was actually to end this before the work trip. But I thought day 50 sounded really like a nice place to end it. So I pushed through these first 3 days of the trip, and yeah, it's day 50. We did it. So to finish, I'm gonna do my last drawing, which is probably gonna be, what have I gotten? Probably gonna do something about the face since that's what most of my book covers, and maybe the hair. but I haven't quite decided yet. It's definitely been a struggle the last few days. I've finished quite late every evening, getting back to the hotel about 9 p.m. and sometimes later, but I'm really happy I've been able to squeeze this in and keep it going to day 50. So, the conclusion. The thing I really learned about drawing every day for 50 days is just how important prioritizing myself and the things that I want to learn and grow are. That just putting a little bit of time in each day, even if that is just 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, it just makes such a huge improvement. Something each day really is better than nothing, and that's what's been holding me back for so many years now. I think a big thing for me each day was just not waiting for motivation. There were definitely days that I did not want to draw, there were days that I felt I was too busy, I'd find excuses, but just not waiting for motivation and just getting on it and putting that time that I've prioritized, that I've set aside. And I definitely don't want to push like a grind set mindset, because I think if I did do this beyond the 50 days, even the 50 days was tough, and I don't know if it was always healthy to do this. I think honestly just showing up for 10 minutes one day, an hour the next day, taking a break, enjoy the sun an hour the next day, as long as you are showing up for yourself and you are prioritizing it in your life. And actually what really surprised me was just how much my social media pages grew over the course of the 50 days, and how many of you decided to join me on that journey. I've worked in social media and I know how hard it is to grow a social media following, so it's really heartwarming just to see how many people were interested in following my journey, and just how many of you were on your own similar journey. I saw so many comments about learning to draw, writing a comic, animation, and I really hope this video inspires more people to really prioritize their passion projects. Because even prioritizing 10 minutes of your day to something you're passionate about and being consistent is going to make such a huge difference.